Hey everybody, Kevin J. Railsback here. It's day 2 of the UWOL challenge, and today I want to let you know that I think I've settled on a idea for the theme repetition. And at first I thought about like maybe patterns in nature that repeated themselves or something like that, but I was walking at the local nature center with my girlfriend Karina, and we started talking about how nature revitalizes you and recharges your batteries. And we kind of came up on a theme about a daily dose of nature, kind of like a chicken soup for the soul kind of thing. And so that's kind of what I'm going to work with is repeated visits to nature are good for your soul. Um, Still really don't know how I'm going to flesh it out, but so far that's plan A. And I'll probably spend another day or two kind of thinking it over, thinking of some ideas on how I can get the story of repeated visits to nature are good for your soul fleshed out so it kind of flows. One of the things I've had for critiques on some of my past films is that it really doesn't have a story. It's a lot of pretty pictures. It looks really nice, but it really doesn't have a story to go along with the pretty pictures. So I'm going to try to weave something into this film that has a story about the need for repeated visits to nature. Still quite not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm feeling pretty good about this theme. Once I feel I have the theme fleshed out enough that I think that's what I'm going to go for, probably the next step is, and this is kind of a little weird from a lot of other filmmakers, is I'm going to start looking for music. Um, the way I work is that I like to pick the music that I'm going to use in my films for these challenges, and then I listen to them over and over and over again till I know them by heart. And that way, when I'm out in the field, I can kind of hear that music in my head and I can visualize those shots before I even shoot them to go along with that music. So it's a little weird because a lot of filmmakers go ahead and shoot all their shots, edit the film, and then they add music later. I'm kind of the opposite. I like to know the music that I'm going to use. And right now I'm kind of thinking about like maybe 2 tracks of music. Um, Kind of like without nature in your life, kind of a more fast paced, little hectic style music, maybe. And then when we go out in nature, kind of like slow things down and kind of take that stress of daily life away. So that's all I really got to tell you about today. Second day of the UWOL challenge is I've got my idea for the theme. That's kind of usually rare. A lot of times I go from plan A to plan B to plan C to plan D to not even having a plan. So the fact that the second day I have an idea that I think, more importantly, is possible to do. In past challenges, I've come up with ideas that I think were fantastic ideas, but a couple things is one, um, they're not doable within the time frame of the challenge. I have till the end of the month to make this film. Um, so I've had ideas before where there was just no way I was going to be able to finish in 30 days. Um, and I've had ideas where the shots were just too difficult to come by. Um, Iowa isn't like a huge wildlife mecca for photographers and filmmakers like, say, Yellowstone. So if I was going to do something with certain types of animals, uh, the chances that I encounter them, not that great. Uh, so I've had to try to come up with other plans or not even enter. So I think this idea is really doable, um, because just about anything in nature is relaxing and takes your stress away and recharges your batteries. So even though Iowa is not the most photogenic right now, um, The weather's been kind of warm, so we don't have any snow on the ground, so everything is varying shades of brown. I still think I can come up with something that will not only look good, but hopefully kind of tell a story along the way. So that's it. Stay tuned tomorrow, and we'll see what I come up with.